ladies, thank you so much for being here with us today. I appreciate you taking some time to just chat. We'll chop it up a little bit about the season, get to know you a little bit more, and so thank you for the time today. So, just as we get started, Coach Agness, will you please just give us a quick introduction? How long you've been coaching, either basketball or other sports? Just tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so my name's Courtney Agness. This is my second season at Liberty North coaching the C team level. So sometimes it's a mixture of freshman, sophomore, and even a junior this year. And we have some foreign exchange students as well. So it's only my second year ever coaching basketball, but I coached JV softball here, coached at Park Hill, and went to college for softball. So, and I've been giving private lessons for probably 2 or 3 decades now, if I really had to count. So, coaching for
Right.
a long time.
Lifetime athlete, just natural transition into coaching. I love it.
I love it.
All right, Miss Jaelyn,
Mm-hmm.
tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself, what position you play.
My name is Jaelyn Murray, and I've been playing basketball for like 6 years now, and I played point guard this year to try something new.
Yes, yes, okay. Nina,
Um, I think I've been playing my name is Nina Hlavacek, and I've been playing basketball for about like 6 years. And I'm like a center post.
awesome. Okay. So tell us, what is your most memorable moment from your freshman year of basketball?
The best memory I would say from freshman year was probably like just any like the talks we had as a team, and like would they be random and they just be like good talks and we get to learn more about each other.
Okay. What do you think, Nina?
My most memorable moment was just probably be like making friends with all the basketball girls and having a really good season.
Okay. Coach?
Yeah, so I think my favorite point was when we had ice cream. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I tell you I love winning and I do love winning so much. But that was really fun. I rewarded them with ice cream because we had a 10-second call on our press, which is pretty rare. Doesn't we don't get that a lot because coaches call timeout a lot. So I rewarded them with ice cream. So sitting around and the time was up for practice. They all could go home. They didn't have to stay, but everybody seemed to kind of want to stick around and chit chat, and that was pretty fun.
I agree. I agree. I think for me for this season, I think it's always pretty memorable when you can beat a team 63-7. I think that speaks to the caliber of players that we are blessed enough to have at Liberty North this season. Certainly at the freshman level, we've told these young ladies specifically multiple times that had they been at any other high school, they probably would have been playing JV or varsity. It's just because we have some other numbers that are ahead of them in class, was really the only reason why these two were not playing at that next level. So I think the 16-1 so far. We got another game. Yeah, just one more game tomorrow. So I think almost going undefeated, but certainly really close.
Mhm.
Has been very memorable for me for this year.
18-1, right?
18-1. Sorry, I
Yeah,
lost two. And then tomorrow will be 19-1.
you
That's
got
right.
it.
Okay, so ladies, Coach Agnes just shared that she's been in with the program for 2 years now. So obviously, as freshmen, this was your first year with her. But how have you all adapted to Coach Agnes's coaching style? Just the way she kind of runs the program. What are some things that you have done to help your teammates adapt? Tell me a little bit about that.
I feel like her coaching has been really good, and she's very flexible. So whether we need to try new things or put people in different positions, she adapts to it and just makes sure everyone's doing the right thing at the right time.
I think her coaching was probably easier to adapt to. It's kind of just like easy, I don't know. Um, I don't know. It's been easier to adapt to.
Yes, I would
Um,
agree with that. As a person who has been a coach for a long time, coaching basketball and other things, but mostly basketball. I've told Coach Agnes this multiple times. Just her demeanor, the way that she handles herself, the example that she sets for the young ladies in our program, her attention to detail, the thoughtfulness and the planning that she goes into, like scattering reports and helping prepare us for future games, I think is second to none. So that's definitely something that I've appreciated working with her for sure. So, okay, next question. What is one skill or aspect of your game that you have improved the most, either over the course of your freshman year or something you've been working on the past couple years?
I would say definitely my ball handling. The season I was put into like a position that I've never played before, but I had to learn how to adjust and adapt to it. So I would definitely just say my ball handling overall.
Awesome.
I would have to say just my like being able to put the ball back and get the rebound and be in the right spot. It's like been easier to practice on like teams that are the teams that we've played. And it's yeah.
I love it. All right. What is one of the biggest challenges you faced this season? And then tell me like how you overcame it.
I would say one of the biggest challenges was just learning how to play with new players, or maybe people that like just were learning how to play basketball and just like having them like be there and like and um like just like teaching them how to like be better and just overall trying to grow as a team.
Okay, ladies. So now I'm going to ask about some of your own personal skill sets. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself as an offensive threat, as a shooter?
From offense, I would say I'm about like a 7. I don't really score that much, but I do like see the court really well and find those passes that are open inside, outside, and I'm try to move without the ball and just take good shots.
I would say I am like an 8 just because I get a lot of putbacks and I get a lot of like just rebounds and putting it back up.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Somebody that's averaging about 20 points a game that you would rate yourself an 8. So okay, uh, Coach Agnes, what do you think about these young ladies? Where would you rate them offensively?
Oh, I mean, they're close, but they're humble as heck because, I mean, Jaelyn is absolutely right. Without her assists and her passing, Nina doesn't get half of the shots that she gets. So, um, yeah, Nina alone is a 10, but with Jalen's assists together, they're an 11 or 12. So, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So all right, ladies, now 1 to 10. What do you think defensively?
I would say my defense is probably 8. I tend to like read the ball and like where the pass is going really well and like get the steals whenever they're available to get.
Yep. I think you have very active hands. You alter a lot of passes from other teams for sure.
I would say I'm like an 8 or a 9 because I do get a lot of blocks and normally when the person who I'm on defending who I'm defending doesn't normally get the ball.
Absolutely. Okay. So then where do you both kind of like to operate at on the basketball court? Like what position or what's your favorite spot to shoot from? Tell me a little bit about that.
I would say I operate mainly at the top and just like ready to swing the ball or shoot it or just like look inside.
Yep.
I
Your
would
penetration
say
has been better the last couple of weeks too. Like penetration from the wing has been much better for sure.
I would say I'm probably definitely down below. That's where I get all my points and I mainly am the whole game. But I can yeah.
I think you like to shoot it a little bit too. Like it's been a time or two where you've stepped out and hit a big time three for us. So you do have a nice touch there. Coach Agnes, you have anything to add for either of these two ladies on that part?
I think they just sell themselves a little bit short that it really doesn't matter what side of the court, they both can score. So sure, would we like to all take threes from the top? Of course we would, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, Nina, it really doesn't matter what side of the hoop she's on. So they're gonna score.
Absolutely. Okay, so back in the day, in my youth, back when I could play a little bit, my favorite spot to shoot from was either the top of the key or the wing. So tell me if you could shoot from anywhere on the court, where's your favorite spot?
I would say my favorite spot to shoot is the top of the key.
Okay,
I would say my favorite spot to shoot is probably just from the block.
awesome. Okay. So we're at Liberty North, and I'm sure obviously your parents were all about having high quality student athletes, right? So the emphasis on the students. So tell me a little bit about yourself academically, like how are your grades? What's your favorite class? And then also tell me how you manage high academics with all of the things that come with being on the basketball team and other things that you're involved with.
I would say I really try to focus on my grades first before even thinking about basketball, just because I feel like having like a better, having a good day of school and then coming to play basketball is just beneficial. And I just try to focus on like doing my homework when I can, when I have time, whether that's on the bus or right before games or anything like that. And my favorite class, I would say, is probably math.
Okay. Nina?
Um, I put very much importance on like academics and stuff. I try to get all A's in my classes. Um, it's it's hard to balance it sometimes, but it's just like you have to think about what's more important. I would say my favorite class is probably American history.
Awesome. Okay. So tell me, what is one skill or aspect of your game that you think has improved the most this season?
I would say one skill is probably just more leadership and like taking accountability to do things on and off the court.
I would probably say my ball handling has improved because sometimes we've been forced to take it up, which is good for me, but it has really helped me to handle the ball better.
Right? Coach, what do you think? What do you think is their most improved skill over the course of the season for these two young ladies?
Yeah, I think they both hit it right on the head. They're both in with ball handling and leadership, and Nina kind of hinted on it in a very nice way. We don't get to pick the positions of kids that get to come in, and this is 2 years in a row, really, at of the freshman level, where we haven't had just a point guard sort of handed to us at our level that we need to play. I mean, maybe we have somebody who wants to be a point guard, but is their skill set is not quite to our level that we need. So we've had to manufacture that out of just an athlete. So this is the second year in a row. And Nina's right. Sometimes she has to bring the ball up. So that is a skill that every little girl and every coach needs to hear that it doesn't matter how tall you are, you got to be able to dribble the ball. So Nina, for Liberty North is a post player, but if she goes on to play in college, it doesn't mean that she's going to be there. And if she needs to move to the wing, then she needs to be a better ball handler. So I'm glad that she sees that opportunity to do that for our team as a positive. So
Yep,
good job.
100%. I agree totally. All right, so Jaelyn, you mentioned a little bit about leadership. So talk to me about how you ladies are leaders on the court, obviously with your teammates, but then even off the court, whether it's with your teammates or just as a member of the Liberty North school community.
I would say my leadership, I just try to like help people when they need it and like whether that's on and off the court, help them learn like things they need to learn. And like just this year, like it was a lot of people that were like tried basketball for fun and so like trying to help them out and like grow as players. And then in school, I would say just being positive to other people, being kind and just yeah.
I love it.
I would say I on the court, I love to talk on the court and make sure everybody knows that if they need like help on defense, I'm there, and if I'm cutting, I'll talk and say I'm cutting. And I would say off the court, just making sure everybody's okay with like mental health wise and making sure everybody has information about where our games are and what time they're at and stuff like that.
Yep. Yep. That mental aspect is so huge, right? Like, we had the opportunity to go down to the Win for KC event this week. We listened to Caitlin Clark and just the stories that she shared about the importance of mental health. So, I'm not trying to speak for Coach Agnes, but I would think she would agree with me when I say like we really appreciate both of you looking out for your teammates and just checking on folks and making sure that everybody's okay. So that's a big piece for sure. So, all right. Tell me who on the team outside of Coach Agnes, obviously, has inspired you or helped you the most, and then tell me why.
I would say Nina has helped me the most because she just pushes me to like do my best and always make sure I have my head up, whether we're down or whether it's a rough game or anything like that.
Okay.
I would have to say that Kate helps me the most because she's always there to cheer me on, and she's always like maybe I like miss a free throw or a shot. She's always there to make sure I'm okay and like cheer me up.
Absolutely. All right. How has being part of the Liberty North freshman girls C team helped you grow, either as a player or as a person, this season?
Being part of this team has definitely made me mentally stronger because I just feel like overall it's like just helped me grow like mentally.
Good. Okay.
I would say it's helped me just develop my game more. Whether that be getting more rebounds and learning new like stuff to do or yeah.
Okay. Coach Agnes, what have you seen for the growth for these two young ladies over the course of the season? What stands out to you?
I think their leadership, their comfortable ability, and you and I talk about this a lot in the beginning. We get two middle schools that come together to Liberty North from South Valley and Heritage. And for the longest time, you could walk into our practice and you could pick out those five went to this school and those five went to that school. And slowly over time, that they break the ice. And I don't think that I think you could guess when you walk into our practice, but I think you would get it wrong. So I think that 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 just shows, right, that they're growing as humans and people and willing to make new friends, even though these are new people that they've never met. So I think that's probably the biggest growth personally I've seen out of them. But leadership on our team, I mean, without these two, we don't win games. So
Absolutely.
without either one of them, we wouldn't win a game. They're so important to the team.
Yep, absolutely. It's interesting you say that. I was just talking to someone last night about the situation that we had at our game, and I was just so impressed with how our young ladies handled themselves throughout that entire situation. And I left that my last comment to the person I was chatting with was that, you know what, outside of hoping these young ladies continue to have a love and a passion for the game of basketball and enjoy being, part of sports and everything, I think the most important thing is that they're just really good humans, right? And so certainly these two, but the other young ladies we're blessed to coach, just they're all just good humans, and they want to do what's right and they want to help each other, and I think that's certainly been very beneficial for this year. So, all right, ladies. So, who are your mentors, or who are some other coaches? I know that you both play outside of Liberty North with some different teams. So, who are your other mentors or coaches that you look up to, and how have they helped your game?
I would say my AAU coach Ronnie has definitely helped me because he takes time out of his day to, just make sure I'm okay, make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be, and just takes time to work out with me and do things I really need to work on and just, yeah, make sure to better my game.
Sure. So, tell me Ronnie's name and then what program you play for.
His, wait, sorry.
What's his last name? Sorry.
Powell, Ronnie Powell,
Ronnie Powell. Excellent. And what's the program?
RDC.
Perfect. All right, Nina, what about you?
I would say my current coach Derek has helped me grow as a player. with my game and just developed me very well.
Okay. And what program do you play for outside of Liberty North?
I play for Flash.
Okay. Awesome. All right. One final question, ladies. Tell me, what advice would you give for our incoming freshmen at Liberty North next year?
I would say the advice I would give would to just push yourself to do your best and don't doubt yourself. Don't be scared of the upperclassmen. They're nice. Talk to them. Try to just grow and make relationships, especially your freshman year, and just try to develop to your best.
I love it.
I would say, oh, sorry. I would say just to not be scared and like play with confidence all the time and just make sure you're playing good.
Absolutely. Coach, what do you think? What would be your advice for incoming freshmen?
Yeah, my advice would be to just put yourself out there a little bit more, be a little bit more open and talking to create those relationships. Because the sooner those relationships start and happen, that trust happens, and then that friendship sort of starts to develop, and then we can really get down to the business of basketball. So I would encourage the girls to do that a little bit quicker, sooner to the next team that they're on.
I agree. I agree 100% with everything you guys said. The only other thing that I would add to that is um, I always want kids to know that basketball players aren't made during basketball season, right? And so if you want to be highly competitive at the high school level and certainly beyond, you need to be playing a lot of basketball. So working on your skills, playing on a team, doing stuff in the off season, participating in everything that the coaches have going on in the summer, whether that's workouts or camps, that goes a long way toward helping you progress within the program. So that's always my word of encouragement. So. All right, ladies, that's really all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for hopping on the call. We better get off of here so you guys can go get some shots up and get ready for the game tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
All right.
so much.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.